Hello, this is Cheryl Merrill, and I wanted to show people, had no idea that all these cloud bots, the nanobot clouds that I took, all happened on September 4th of 2019. I thought they were spread out over days because I only recently went into the details of the dates and everything of when I took these clouds. So what I've done is I put together some close-ups of the clouds. I believe they're all related to nanobots controlled at a fusion center that they're running rehearsals and tests on in our skies, and particular days like September 4th of 2019 were full of all kinds of rehearsals. I had no idea all these clouds were taken on the same day. I thought they were different days. So anyway, it's very obvious these photographs are some kind of nanobot activity in the clouds. You can't be more obvious than these shapes, these odd shapes. Some of these clouds I wouldn't recommend showing. I just wanted to show for the timeline how they were taken. I would not, present some of these as specific good photos to present, but there are some very obvious ones, like this face right here. That's a face, and there's a horns of a face right there. That's one of the most outstanding ones I have to prove. And then there's also something I failed to focus on. The one to the left is a robot with kind of AI hands, if you look at it closely. So anyway, that's kind of like shaped like a dinosaur head, but that's not a specific one that I would have recommended. I'm just showing you my timeline. You can look at the top and see when these photos were taken, all at within 2 hours. That looks kind of like an angel of Cupid, kind of like. I just thought these were unusual photos to take that day. I also saw the one to the right. There's a face to the right there. That's kind of looks like a face to me. They can shape anything they want, and they use computer programs to shape clouds up in the sky. That one up there was a head of a shark. I've seen those on Mars, actually. When people touch up the Mars NASA photographs, they put all kinds of stuff that looks like life on Mars. They enhance the pictures, and I've seen some of that stuff on Mars. So anyway, here's another one, and this was taken all of the same within 2 hours of each other, all the cloud activity I saw. And one was not even on the in front of my apartment. I would just walk back and saw another one. I'll show you in a minute. So sometimes you can see faces in these, and it looks like there's some kind of old man there with a raised fist right in front of my apartment window side building, coming from the side there, another direction. So it looked like, then in the distance, like within a few minutes, it looks like one captured the other, like one was captured by the other. There was some kind of power struggle there. So they sail off in 2 minutes to above the Bay Area after they come from the side of my apartment. And I'm showing how it deteriorates there. There's nothing really there to see. So you can look at the top and see the time frames of how this all happened. This happened like in 15 minutes later. Something's cruising on back. It looks like a head in the clouds, peeking out from the clouds, a face, kind of like an ape face almost. So this is at 12:27 p.m. This is like 15 minutes later from the previous clouds. All these happened on one day. Tell me I'm not shocked. This happened in about a half hour later. And there's a mask. It looks like a masquerade, and it looks like some victorious spirit there, lifting his hand up. You have to see it closer to see what I'm talking about. Right there, it looks like some face with glasses, and then there's an arm up there, and then there's a woman's mask to the left of him. So yeah, that's an interesting one. All happened at the same day. This is 12:48 p.m. This is another creature I saw up in the sky. You can tell they're rolling out their kind of creatures up there to scare people. Here's one that looks, the form started like an alligator. There's an alligator face there, you see, with the eyes and everything. It shapes into some eloquent 18th century woman to me, it looks like, and there she is, her face pointing, with legs, a knee and a foot, her body, and that's what she looks like. It looks like she's pointing to the east and that something is coming. It started out as a dragon. You see what I'm saying? A dragon head. This is not God creating these things. These are men manipulating things with nanobots that they sprayed up in our clouds, and they're trying to make it look like the the end times are up in the clouds and to scare people. It's a psych attack on Americans is what it is. Here's one that's a horse. It looks like they're creating a horse up there. First it was like a mask, and then it turned into a horse. And that was following the lady who was up in the clouds. This is another one that happened at 1:58 that day, p.m. I think that's what it said. And that one I thought was very unusual, but you can tell the nanobots up there by how the hands are shaped on that. They look there's a pattern of these kind of things I've seen over time, of these kind of like, you can tell that there's a pattern of certain hand formations. So to the left, you see that little, it looks like a chalice or something. I've seen those in other clouds. So these are patterns that men are creating up there